LOOPRING is one of the further evolved Layer 2 Ethereum scaling courses of action out there because of its innovative usage of zero data roll-ups, zk-rollups and prohibitive loopring arrangement. Show if its planners' cases are to be acknowledged. LOOPRING is prepared for dealing with gigantic number of trades each second, given the association obstruct and taking off gas expenses that have dogged Ethereum all through ongoing years, or close the potential gains of a scaling game plan. For instance, LOOPRING should be truly undeniable on a basic level. It licenses Ethereum specialists to gather essentially any blockchain project without obsessing about network logjam or moving to one more splendid chain. Completely, however, might we at any point only be genuine. Briefly, LOOPRING isn't the primary level 2 scaling game plan out there, and there has been speculation that the Ethereum 20 update could at last see such errands, ending up being generally overabundance LRC. An insightful endeavor is to in the going with LOOPRING cost assumption for 2025 and 2030. We'll explore the assignment to endeavor to address this request, the requirement for level 2 scaling arrangements before we examine LOOPRING, and how it capabilities it justifies requiring the speculation to see what level 2 scaling game plans are and why they are fundamental for the computerized cash industry. The status quo today. Any person who has been following the computerized cash industry for quite a while will understand that Ethereum is the super splendid chain for DeFi projects. While this is extraordinary for the undertaking, all things considered, it suggests that the solicitations put on the Ethereum blockchain have taken off, inciting basic logjam and taking off gas charges. Layer 2 implies projects that increment the limit of a blockchain by dealing with trades off of the mainnet. The trick for these endeavors is giving a faster speed of trades while staying aware of safety and minimizing costs. LOOPRING is an outline of a level 2 scaling reply for Ethereum. Layer 2 plans are significantly regarded in light of the fact that they address a very normal issue in the blockchain world explicitly: the flexibility of Ethereum. These exercises can make Ethereum less stopped up, decrease trade costs, and even make the blockchain even more innocuous to the environment. Introducing LOOPRING. LOOPRING shipped off in 2017. But its continuous accentuation has been practical since WOC 2020. It was the brainchild of Daniel Wang, a past Google developer. The main dispatch of the endeavor was really clear: to give a scaling game plan that would speed up trade speeds for Ethereum-based computerized cash projects. The hero development of LOOPRING is its usage of zk-rollups. The internal elements of zk-rollups are excessively convoluted to at any point be isolated here. But truly what they do is license certain trade data to be recognized without the need to share that data. Trades are taken care of, thusly proceeding being bundled together and sent off the Ethereum mainnet for fulfillment. Since a huge piece of the work is done on the LOOPRING show, the interest put on Ethereum is colossally diminished. Essentially, different trades are compacted by LOOPRING, so the veritable number being taken care of by Ethereum is far lower, which diminishes obstruct and keeps expenses extremely low. The important thing about LOOPRING is that no matter what an enormous piece of the data being bundled, thusly, it stays direct exactly when the zero data confirmations are transported off Ethereum. There effectively stays documentation that allows the particular trades to be revamped and affirmed. Looking at LOOPRING's value history. LOOPRING's neighborhood token LRC was first commonly recorded on exchanges back 2017 when it changed hands for around 0.16. Comparably, as with various altcoins, there were 2 or 3 surges of monetary support or interest without skipping a beat, which provoked a couple of cost spikes. But the emblematic then remained controlled for north of a year. At the point when December 2017 came around, LRC had emphatically expanded in worth to 0.36. The representative then at that point overwhelmed in regard without skipping a beat in 2018 and hit 240 in the foremost 50 of the month. After improvement of some 500 in any case, LRC couldn't hold its advantages and sank to 0.30 by spring. Things got to some degree in April 2017, with LRC creeping above 0.95, yet eventually the upwards heading wasn't to persevere, and things started to go downhill for LOOPRING for the rest of 2018. No matter what an occasional ascent, the token finished the year at 0.005. This cost remained essentially unsurprising across 2019, missing a ton of indispensable turn of events. Things remained mediocre for LRC until summer 2020 saw the token reach 0.10, an addition of 100 on its worth. A year sooner, the token continued to perform far in excess of the accompanying several months, coming to 0.26 in September, when 2020, drawn to a close by the token, had dropped back to 0.17. It was 2021 when LRC started to see greater accomplishment. In February, the token took off to 0.83 and remained above 0.60 for a huge piece of the essential portion of the year. There was a broad downturn in the mid-year, which pulled the token to 0.20. But it after a short time recovered, and in November it overwhelmed again, showing up at its record-breaking high of 375. One more broad rut struck in January 2022, bringing LRC down to about 0.65. It recovered to 125 just a short time sometime later, yet dove again in May. At the hour of LOOPRING was esteemed at 0.49 per token. LOOPRING value expectations for 2025. By we've examined LOOPRING and summarized its previous expense improvement, we can start to consider how the token could act from now into the foreseeable future. What follows are driving LOOPRING cost assumptions for 2025. Considering the specific assessments of expert gauge platforms, regardless, we should observe that these assumptions are really secret. Nothing is guaranteed in the domain of crypto contributing. We ought to start with DigitalConpress. The stage has made its midterm LOOPRING cost measure and clearly acknowledges that LRC will augment in regard in the methodology 2025. It has the emblematic showing up at a commonplace trading cost of 0.65, close to the completion of 2022, moving to 0.75 in 2023. This would address advancement of around half on the current expense. At the point when 2025 rolls around, DigitalConpress acknowledges LRC could have emphatically expanded in worth to 110 elsewhere. Wallet Investor is similarly certain about LOOPRING's future. Its specific assessment proposes the token could twofold in regard close to the completion of 2022, showing up at a trading cost of 110. It then guesses that LOOPRING ought to create across 2023, showing up at a common trading cost of 179. Before the year's finish, things will advance forward an upwards course, and by 2025, LRC could show up at a potential high in excess of 300. Finally, TradingBists is in like manner, expecting upheld improvement for LOOPRING. Its figure has the emblematic showing up at an ordinary of 0.70 by December 2022, and continuing to move in the underlying seemingly forever of 2023. There is then expected to be a period of cool down in the last half of the year. At the point when 204 shows up, TradingBists suggests we could see LRC trading at 0.75 and following a year in January